This policy aims to minimize injuries to employees by utilizing personal protective equipment. It is the policy of PPE Energy to have all employees use the proper PPE as follows. PPE Energy employees must wear hard hats, safety footwear, work-grade long trousers, work-grade long-sleeve shirts, and CSA Grade 1 high-cut boots at all times when at work sites. However, these requirements do not apply to employees inside offices, lunchrooms, or vehicle cabs. Employees are responsible for providing their essential workwear. The company will supply all other required specialty workwear. PPE Energy will maintain all specialty workwear per the manufacturer's instructions. Suitable hearing and/or eye protection shall be worn whenever the work hazard requires it. Appropriate clothing for the conditions and work being performed shall be worn. Contaminated or torn clothing, jewelry, or saturated clothing that could cause injury or illness to the employee will not be worn. As part of doing business with PPE Energy, the contractor and its employees are responsible for the availability and proper use of personal protective equipment. Contractor employees are expected to be suitably protected against job hazards they may encounter under the contract terms. Workers must wear personal protective equipment that is correct for the hazards and protects workers. Workers properly use and wear personal protective equipment, which is in good condition and can perform its intended function. Ensure that workers are trained in the correct use of care, limitations, and assigned maintenance of the personal protective equipment. If a worker's eyes may be injured or irritated at work, ensure that the worker wears properly fitting eye protection equipment approved to CSA standards eye and face protectors, or the current version. Prescription eyewear having glass lenses must not be used if there is a danger of impact unless worn behind safety glasses that meet the standard. If a worker may be exposed to a flash fire or electrical equipment flashover, ensure that the worker wears flame-resistant outerwear and uses other protective equipment appropriate to the hazard. Ensure the worker wears protective footwear that CSA standards approve. If a worker's head is foreseeably at risk of injury at a work site, ensure that the worker wears industrial protective headwear appropriate for the hazards and meets the CSA standards requirements. If there is a danger that a worker's hand, arm, leg, or torso may be injured or exposed to hazardous materials, ensure that the worker wears properly fitting hand, arm, leg, or body protective equipment that is appropriate to the work site and the hazards identified. All PPE used by PPE Energy will conform to OH&S regulations. All employees should be familiar with the OH&S Act and regulations. This safety policy does not take precedence over OH&S regulations.